Hello and welcome. I am Brianna, and this is My Life on Paper, and I continue to play along with Christy's Beautiful Life and Her 30 Days of Sketches, Series 11. This sketch is by Sarah Davies. Talk about the photos in a minute, but I want to show you these stickers. Stickopotamus, how old are those? And I use all of those. These are Mrs. Grossman's, those stars. I use some of those. And then this is baseball paper that actually says Cubs on it. And the rest are scrap. So the blue scrap I took out. I wanted to keep that piece of paper as big as I could. These border stickers, I believe, are Paper Studio, and I've had them for quite a while. So I take this red strip out too, and just piecing them together, trying to do closely what the sketch looks like, but again, wanting to keep that baseball paper as big as I can. So in the sketch, those pieces of paper aren't that long. They're more concentrated in the middle, but I wanted to get that piece of baseball paper as big as I could. And I'll quit repeating that now, but getting those papers where I like them and then getting them stuck down. I do pull out my ruler to make sure that the red one is straight so that it looks like it's connected top and bottom. But otherwise, I'm just pretty much eyeballing it all. But I do like to make sure it doesn't look wonky because I'm going to cover those up with pictures, but I just want it to make it look like it's one continuous piece. So I'll get this glued down. The pictures are of my husband and Pablo. We went over New Year's even day over that our little vacation. We went to Wrigley Field. We were in Chicago for a New Year's Eve party, and you could get on the field and sit in some seats, and they had some winter activities for kids and stuff that we didn't participate in, but it was just really neat to see, and they just had so much fun in the field there. So I'm just gonna get everything lined up like it is in the sketch. These are 4x3 photos, and I figure pretty quickly I think I want them smaller. I get that first baseball stickopotamus um, down, and I'm just trying to position the baseballs to where you can see the most stitching, if that makes sense. And that's just the way I'm positioning them, so that the big spots of white go under the photos, and the most stitching can go where you can see it. So this is where I decide, oh, picture's got to be a little bit smaller, and I think they're closer to 2x3, and then I do go and map them, and I'll just find some paper. Actually, it was a 6x6 paper that I had filed into my stash that I'll grab out to mat these, and I'm using that black background paper, and so the scrap that I grab, the 6x6 paper is kind of a light black or a dark gray, if that makes sense at all. But I'm just carefully trimming so that I don't take too much off one side or the other. So you'll see me maybe like flipping them a couple times, just taking a sliver off at a time. This is where I think I decide I want oh, no, it's not. So I did these on my Cricut, these arrows. And in this sketch, there are arrows. And I found something in the Cricut where you can adjust the writing. So I can't remember what it said in the writing, but I made it to Cubs, which made sense. And when I was editing this, I saw then that Daryl, my husband, on the top photo is on the left, on the bottom photo is on the right, and it's actually pointing, these arrows are pointing to him, if that makes sense, in each of the photos, which I didn't really realize. And Pablo is a Brewers fan, so which are rivals of the Cubs, so he's being a good sport and playing along while Daryl's very excited about being there. So this is where I find my light black or dark gray to map my photos, and it's just a 1/4 inch bigger than the photos. I just wanted a little bit of definition for the photos, and then get those glued down with my ATG. And then after that, I have some dimensional tape. I recently bought some foam in a sheet. I didn't have that near me, and I've always been working with this dimensional tape, so then I just used that, and it worked pretty well. It takes me just a moment to figure out that that's what I really want to do. So here's the tape. Um, and it works quite slick. And I'm using my favorite scissors, the Tim Holtz serrated scissors, which do an amazing job of cutting. And I have a link below for both the ATG and for the scissors. I think the tape I just got at the dollar store. I haven't been there lately, but I don't use this stuff I don't use it up very quickly, so I haven't been there for a while, but it's good stuff. I really like how the sketch is turning out. It's different. It's more, I don't want to say more simple, but it kind of, I mean, it's simple without being simple. It's lots of layers. So I'm really enjoying using this sketch and getting things into place. It falls together pretty darn quickly. Once I get the backing removed off the tape. So the pictures naturally fall into the same places where they are on the sketch, and it works out good to pop them up. I use those small baseballs to do another layer, and then it just looks like it needs something, so I use those Mrs. Grossman stars, which everything sticks beautifully. So I know that's nothing new, but it's they've held up good over time. They all stick well to the paper. And the cluster on the right on the sketch is really smaller than the one on the left, which isn't really reflected in my layout. But for that reason, I do 2 red enamel dots on the left, and I only do 1 enamel dot on the right. So that's how I do that. And I'm going to be gluing down these arrows in a minute with my Tombow liquid adhesive. But make sure you check down below. There is a playlist. All you gotta do is click on the playlist and you can go through all the videos. Everybody uploads theirs each day. There's I don't know how many there are now. Well, I think there's close to 150 if there's not more, but there's hundreds that'll be there by the end of the month. So that's easy to check out. And then just, yeah, watch them, everybody else, see if there's somebody new to subscribe to, give them a little bit of love. It's been really fun to see everybody's different take on the sketch. So I've been enjoying that, but I'm kind of far behind in watching all the videos. So this is a fun arrow, which you can use on any layout, because you can put your own name in there if you like, or that kind of thing. So like I said, okay, so now I'm finishing up. I'm going to put some splatters on there. I'm using Dilutions shimmer spray. It's in white linen, and it just gives it a finishing touch, and that'll be it. I hope that you have a fabulous day, and I will see you again tomorrow for another video. Watch for the final pictures.